All right, everyone. We have head coach Adrian Gonzalez. Andre, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Thanks for speaking with us, Adrián. Wanted to start with the standard question. I know that Paige Mateo and Courtney Brown have been out. Some other players maybe have some questionable knocks as well. Keisha Silla was on the bench but wasn't in the game. So, do you have an availability update for us?
Well, you know the answer already. So we still have one more training. No, Paige is doing good and Courtney too. So they are improving a lot. Keisha is fine. So they are on the recovery process. So we still need to figure out what we are gonna do. So we are gonna decide it tomorrow. But they are in a good spot.
All right, I appreciate that. And I have to ask. Um, also want to ask about where the team is heading into this game. In the league, you're in a pretty strong position. Not many games to go. You have an 8 point lead over the third place, and also a pretty important midweek game in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So, how do you keep the focus on this game instead of leaking into next week when that's a pretty important game in a different competition?
Well, I think we are in a great momentum, to be honest. Not just talking about results, but also regarding the performances that we are, showing. Right now, the team is training really good, executing the game plans perfectly, and we are competing very good. So we always have the mindset to be game by game. Obviously, we know that CONCACAF game is going to be very important because that competition, obviously, we want to be, qualified for the next round. But right now, we are just thinking about North Carolina, the next game. It's going to be a tough game, as always, knowing that they are fighting to get a spot in the playoffs. And yeah, it's not going to be easy, but obviously, we want to win as every game, knowing that if we achieve that, so that's going to be very positive for the playoffs playing at Audi, the first two games.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll go over to Annie. Annie there.
Sorry, difficulty with my phone. Thank you for speaking with us, Adrián. Just looking at North Carolina, as you mentioned, they're trying to get into the playoffs, and need to start picking up points. How do you kind of evaluate the threat they could pose in this game?
Well, the main threat is the situation that they have right now. Obviously, they are fighting to get that spot, and that's an extra motivation, an extra push. The season is ending, and there are not too many chances. And obviously, playing at home, that's going to be key for them. And we know it is a team that they've changed a little bit after they changed the coach. So they were used to play with three center backs, wing backs. Now most of the times they are playing with four, knowing that they want to play obviously with short passes, keeping the ball. Now they are changing a little bit, being sometimes a little bit more, vertical. But I feel like they are very dynamic on the ball, with a lot of changing positions and maybe not too many threats behind, but uh, creating numbers, especially inside. So sometimes that is difficult to defend, but at the same time, they are struggling a little bit, getting results and they are conceding goals. So we need to know which our strengths are and try to exploit that because I think we are doing good.
Thanks.
Over to Marissa.
Hi, Adrian. Thanks for speaking with us today. Last week you mentioned in the post-game presser that, the team needed to learn from their win against San Diego. Do you feel like in training that you were able to kind of address those things before you play the Courage on Saturday night?
Absolutely. We've done our homework. Yeah, something to consider because as I mentioned that, I think before we are very ambitious and we always want to get better. Obviously, the team right now is performing really good. We are doing great things, but there's always an opportunity to learn and to be better, and tactically, physically, and mentally, emotionally. So we want to be better every day. And the other day, I think we did a lot of good things. We could have scored, I don't know how many goals, in a difficult game with a lot of emotions, transitions, and a lot of external factors that maybe sometimes are hard to manage. And yeah, we need to learn for the future because we can have a similar game maybe in a playoff, and because of details, maybe you can win a game or you can lose a game. So yeah, we've been talking about that and try to learn from that experience.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Adrian.
And we'll wrap up with Andre.
And I'm back. I have a question specific to North Carolina, and really who's been the best player on their team is Matukubo.
Yeah.
She's been really good this season and seems to pose a little bit of a different threat than most really impactful attacking players in this league, where their physical challenges, or you got to kind of be aware of them trying to get in behind. She likes to attack spaces and she's very reactive. How does that pose a different challenge when it comes to defending a player who has that skill set?
Yeah, that's a good point. Usually we are always protecting our back, with forwards with a lot of pace, a lot of physicality. And yeah, Matsukubo, as you said, she's very dynamic, really good playing in between lines in those pockets, dropping, appearing, and she can be in different spots. And she's scoring goals, good, in the box. So we need to be very aggressive, tracking her and jumping to her, because if you concede her space and also if you give her time, she's very, very talented. And right now, I agree. For me, she's probably the most dangerous player, and we need to be aware of that.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Adrián. We will be right back with Deb Abiodun.